Okay, when this arm is underneath this thigh, or this calf, it's not good for me because he has a lever here that he can either start to separate my hips, my legs, and when that happens, he creates a space for this elbow. Oh, don't go up, don't go up. When he separates my legs here, he has a space for this elbow there to disappear, okay? So let's go back. The other thing that it does for him is it gives him a lever to my hips. So if he can get underneath, he can use it to sit up and get stacked, okay? So what Rafa does to prevent this from happening, or to remove the power of this arm here, is he goes Kimura grip. And what that does is it allows me to move my leg out the way. I don't have to be so tight on this pinch, okay? Because this arm cannot escape. So that gap in the middle doesn't create a problem because I'm basically backstopping with my hands. This elbow is trapped in this space. It means that I can be loose with my legs here, okay? Now you'll notice this guy on the bottom has a nice strong grip here. A lot of times you can break this grip if you're really strong that way or that way, but Rafa doesn't want to go through the effort of reefing on that arm. So he uses this leg first to try and free that arm, and then he wants to go for this arm lock, but the guy on the bottom recovers that grip, okay? So when he recovers the grip, it goes a little bit higher underneath the hamstring, and so Rafa gets back to this position. So Rafa goes like this. He takes his hand and he feeds it nice and deep through here, and he cups that tricep. Now you can use this cup to pull that arm tight. Okay, what you don't really see very well in the video, because the video is filmed from behind Rafa, is he takes this arm out and he's going to push this arm down and then cover it with his leg. It's not completely out of the way, okay? So for sure Rafa's going to attack this other arm. Then he comes and he makes like a figure 4 Kimura here, okay? As this black belt still has the lever to his leg, or this guy on the bottom has a lever to have his leg, he's going to use it to sit up. Here's the beauty. Rafa doesn't fall to his left hip, okay, which is what normally happens in a stack. He uses that moment and he purposely falls to his right hip. You'll notice in the video that he goes here. Now, at this point, if Rafa allows this person to come up, okay, like that, he's probably going to get his guard passed, okay? So what Rafa does is he very intelligently moves this leg to the other side of the head and at the same time pulls that arm free. You'll see Rafa crosses his ankles here and he uses this moment to kind of shrimp out just a little bit. I think that probably what was going to happen is if this guy stayed on his knees like this, that Rafa was probably going to switch the hooks, come up to his head, and then do a swing through arm lock, okay? A movement I've seen Rafa use many, many times, all right? Rafa misses the opportunity to go belly down because this guy continues to stack. So what Rafa does is he opens his legs and he shrimps his hips to the other side. At this point right here, he goes super deep on that hook and then goes to the wrist right here. Throws this leg over top, and then you'll see he'll peel that arm. It's a really neat use of switching arms in the transition. You'll see arm switches from arm bars from mount a lot. So what will happen is if I was, say I'm trying to arm bar this arm and this person defended it with a wizard like this, a lot of times you'll see people control like that, come up, push on that one, switch the hook, and then that way they have an undefended arm here. Okay, so you see that kind of behavior from mount a lot, but Rafa manages to do this in transition. When he's going to lose the top position, still ends up on an attack on the far arm, which is what makes that attack so cool. Thanks, Andy.